Happy Sunday, everyone. So let's do a quick breakdown on these three pairs, GBP, CAD, DXY, and Euro USD. So I'll start my analysis with the DXY. So I always like to start my analysis from the daily time frame to get a bigger picture of the market. So on the daily time frame, we can see DXY is extremely bullish. So we'll connect our trend lines on the lows. So the first touch of the trend line, and this is the second touch, and we got the third touch of the trend line here. And this is our confirmation entry candle, a bullish engulfing candle, and you can see the market moves from here to the upside. So let's move down to the 4 hours time frame to see what's happening on the 4 hours time frame. So on the 4 hours time frame, you can see the first touch, second touch, and the third touch of the trend line. So what are we anticipating? We're anticipating the fourth touch of this trend line to continue the bullish move upward. So current markets is extremely far from this trend line here. So what can we do? We have to look at what's happening currently. There's a focus on the current market structure. So what's happening here on DSY? You can clearly see DXY giving us a continuation pattern here, a flag pattern. Yeah, so currently DXY is currently consolidating, giving us a flag pattern. So after every consolidation, there will be an expansion. So what do we wait for? Wait for the break and retest of this flag pattern and continue the bullish move to the upside. So it's either we'll get the break and retest of this flag pattern and continue with the buys, or we wait for DXY to retrace back to this trend line and get to a confirmation entry and continue with the bullish move. So this is my analysis on DXY. So next on my list is the Euro USD. So we'll start analysis from the daily time frame. So if you know about currency correlation, you know when DXY is bullish, Euro USD should be bearish. So what can we see here on Euro USD? There's a break of this trend line on Euro USD to confirm the bearish movement. So we got the break and retest of this trend line. So I will delete this trend line and focus on current market structure. So let's focus on this low over here and this. So I love to focus on current market structure. You know, we trade what to see, not what to think. So what can we see here? Let's go down to the H4 time frame to get a clearer picture of the market. Yeah, so we can see, let's connect our trend lines and see what's happening. Yeah, so there's the first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch. So we got 4 touches on this trend line. So what are we anticipating on Euro USD? We're anticipating the fifth touch of this trend line to continue the sales to the downside. So if we get a fifth touch here, we wait for a confirmation candlestick and we take a sell. And we can also, there's also a short pattern forming here, similar to the DXY. All right, so is either we get the break and retest of this flag pattern to continue with the sales, or we wait for the market to touch this trend line, we get our confirmation entry and take the sales to the downside. So, like I always say, we trade what we see, not what we think. So, if the market breaks and retests this flag pattern, we'll wait for our confirmation entry and we'll take sales. But if the market moves to the trend line and close below the trend line, then wait for our confirmation entry and take the sales to the downside. So, the next on my list is GBP CAD. Also a straightforward analysis. So we'll start from the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we can see a break and retest of this trend line over here. So there's a break of the trend line and we've got a retest here, which confirms the sell on GBP CAD. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame. I always like to keep my chart clean, so I will delete this trend line and focus on current market structure. So what can we see here? There's a touch, first touch, second touch, and third touch of this trend line. Always remember, guys, you can cut through the wicks of a candlestick, but not the body of the candlestick. You can cut through the wick, but not the body of the candlestick. So what can we see here? We got the first touch, second touch, and the third touch of this trend line. So we're anticipating the fourth touch of this trend line to take the market to the downside, and this should be our target, this low over here. Very simple and straightforward analysis on GBP CAD. Always remember, guys, trading is simple and easy. You don't have to complicate things for yourself. You trade what you see, not what you think. There's no point drawing too much lines, support and resistance, many terminologies, and whatever. Just make it simple for yourself. Trading is simple and easy, so there's no point complicating things when you can make it easy for yourself. So this is my analysis on GBP CAD. So like I said on DXY, we just have to wait for the break and retest of this flag pattern, or we'll wait for the market to retrace back to this trend line to confirm the bullish move to the upside. And on EURUSD, is either we'll get the break and retest of this pattern, or we'll wait for the market to come to the trend line to continue the sales. And on GBP CAD, a very straightforward analysis. We just have to wait for the market to retrace back to the trend line. We'll get to our candlestick pattern and we execute our trade. So these are my analysis on this pair. And don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can grow together as a family.